Hello everyone, welcome to my channel IT Sector Tales. In this video, we'll be learning about comments, prints and math operators in Python. So let's get to it. So I'll be using a Eclipse IDE for the Python programming. For videos to how to install Python and Eclipse, please look into the description box. In Eclipse, I've already created a Python project. I will right click in this project and click to add a new file. I will name this file as chapter1.py. Py is the extension of any Python file. Click finish. Okay, we are good to go now. So first thing which we'll learn is how to print anything in your programming. So you have a function called print in Python. This will print the text. So you have the function, you provide it a input. Okay, this is the text which you want to print and you provide the text in a double quotes. Okay, so this function will accept this particular input and it will print in your program. So how to run this Python program? You just need to click on this run Python project 1. Okay, so the console window will display whatever is the output of this particular program. Now the thing to note here is it will only print whatever you provided in the input for this print function. It will not print the entire print function. Okay, this is how programming works. It will print whatever you give the programmer input. So input given to this program is this particular set of words. This will be the text and output is this will be the text. Okay, we can do a few more awesome things in it as well. We'll learn through it as we go in the Python tutorial ahead. Now for example, I have 100 lines of code. Okay, and I want to understand which line of code is doing what. For example, this print statement says print line 2. Okay, and I want to understand this function, this particular line will print line number 2 here. So what I'll do is I will write a hash and say printing line 2. Okay, so this particular text which I have written after hash is called a comment. It will not be printed in my output area of my program, that is in the console window, but it is just for the programmer to understand what this particular line of code does. You need not write comments for each and every line. It's just for a couple of lines where you are doing something with a logic. Okay, so you click run. So this will only print line 2, which was given as an input to this particular function here. So comments can be written with the keyword hash. Now whatever you write in this particular line after the hash, it will be taken as a comment. Any set of characters, it will be taken as comments. So if I write this and run the program, it will still print line 2. Let me change this input to this print function and run it again. Yep, so it's printing line 2 here. Another thing to note is if in your program, for example, you actually want to print the hash keyword. This is the hash keyword, hash key, and you actually have the hash here and you run this. So why is it that it is printing this hash and not this hash? Because you gave the second hash in line number 3 as an input to your print function and you included that in the double quotes. So it will take this particular hash as the entire input to this print function. Okay, and for example, you want to add a comment in this line, but you do not want to increase your line of code. So what you will do is in the same line after this particular function, you will add a hash. This is line 3. Okay, save it and run it. So this printed these two statements which were given input to the print statement, but it didn't print whatever was written after this third hash here in my program, because this hash is not the input to the print statement. It's just that it's present in the same line. Okay, the input to the print statement is whatever is written in the parentheses in a double quotes. So this is all about comments and print function. Now we'll learn more about what all math operations can you do in your Python code. It may happen that you write a program where you're working with numbers and you want to have some functions or addition multiplications into it. So Python provides you all those features. First we'll understand the multiplication operator. So you write print 2 into 3, save it. One thing to note here is I haven't included this in double quotes. I am just including it in the parentheses, providing it as a input to the print function. I will run it. It displays 6. So it actually multiplied 2 and 3. Now if I do something like print 2 into 3 in double quotes and run it, it will actually print 2 into 3. It is not multiplying them but printing. So whatever you include in double quotes, you are giving it as a string input. String is nothing but a combination of words or letters. Okay, so that is given as a input and it will actually print 2 into 3. Now what if I want to print 2 into 3 and then I want to actually have the value with it? So what I'll do is print 2 into 3 equals 2 and comma 2 into 3. So I have included this in double quotes. Okay, this particular text here in double quotes, and I've written a comma, and then without double quotes I've written 2 into 3. So this print function is accepting two arguments or two inputs here. So run the code here. So it printed the first input as is, and the second input, since it was not in a double quote, it actually multiplied 2 into 3. Okay, so this is the first math operator we learned today, multiplication. Then there is another math operator called exponent. So what that is, you write 2 into 3. Okay, to actually have the operator performed, I will give us another input to the print function. So run this code. It gave you an answer of 8. So what it did is it multiplied 2 3 times. This is called the exponent operator. Next operator is a division operator. If you want to divide two numbers, for example 37 and 2, comma 37 divide by 2, run it. So you get your answer as 18.5. Okay, now you got here it as a decimal, but you don't want the decimal, for example decimal digits. So you do 2 37 forward slash 2, and to actually see the operation 37 forward slash 2, save it and run it. Okay, so it just gave you 18. Okay, this ignored all the values which are after the decimal point. So this is called a float quotient. This is another type of math operator. So this is the fourth math operator which we saw today. Next is, in the above division you got the quotient of your division operation. What if you want a remainder of the division operation? So we have a operator called modulus, which is similar to a percentage sign, but it is not calculating the percentage here. 9 modulus 2, and save and run it. Okay, so the remainder of the division which I had with 2 and 9 is 1, and that is retrieved or performed using a modulus operator. The next math operator is subtraction. So if I want to subtract 10 and 3 from 10, 10 minus 3, it gave me as 7. This is a subtraction operator. Then there is a addition operation as well. So I add 10 and 3, and I run it. So here I got 13. So these are all the different types of math operators which you have in Python. Okay. Another thing to note here is, for example, I wrote print and I gave a string, okay, a combination of letters, and I use a plus operator, addition operator, and add it to another set of letters. Okay, and I run this program. So it will combine those two letters. Okay, because both of them are of same type, that is both of them are set of letters. Now what if I do print Peggy plus 2? Okay, what will happen? Let's run it. You have your first Python error here. So what happened is it printed all of these statements, okay, before the error. Okay, now it gave me a error here saying that can only concatenate str not int. So what this particular error means is, you can have your plus operator work on a same type of input. Here Peggy is a string, that is combination of letters, and 2 is a number, so you cannot do that. But what if I do, if I write 2 like this, 2 in quotes, and run it? So here it displayed Peggy and 2 because 2 is now in double quotes, that is I'm considering 2 as a string here and using the plus operator to add both of them, that is to display both of them, so that will be displayed. But if you write 2 as a number, that won't display. Okay, so this was all about comments, print and math operators. Hope you find this video useful. If yes, please do hit like, share and subscribe. Thank you.